Hi, welcome to my doll customizing journey. My name is Josephine and these are my creatures. Inspiration struck me hard when I saw these pictures next to each other on my Pinterest feed. Fuchsia is one of my favorite flowers, and my birthday is in 2 days, so I wanted the doll to be inspired by all my favorite things: epic hairstyles, colorful flowers, and cute animals. Please tell me if you know whose picture this is on the right. I would love to credit them. I selected this Persephone doll as a base this time because I love the nose sculpt for fawn characters, and I think this darker grey skin tone will complement the pastel color palette well. I'm gonna speed through the prep because you probably have seen it already for like 10,000 times. She is gonna have a very big hairstyle, plus wide and chunky goat legs. So I want the head to be a bit smaller, so that the proportions still remain interesting. And I just love head shrinking. Makes me feel like a mad scientist. I'm doing the fast shrink method. So use a jar that has a lid and fill it with 100% acetone. Leave the head in for 2 hours. Stuff the head to prevent it from caving in. Let it dry over 24 hours. Repeat the steps if needed. I ended up doing this twice. While the head is pickling and drying, I moved on to the body modifications. So I'm doing a fawn character, so that means we need to create Digitgrade legs for her. I started by cutting her legs just above and below the knee. I also drilled small holes for the wire to go through. To reconnect and fill in everything, I use a 2-part magic sculpt. Just mix equal parts A and B, and it will cure rock hard in 2 to 4 hours. First, I thought to use her original legs as a base for the hooves and the lower part of the leg. But I changed my mind because I wanted to add articulation to the ankle joint as well. So I stole the knee joints of this random experimented doll that I got in a doll lot a while back. She has floppy joints on her arms, so I wasn't too concerned with stealing her knees. I used more magic sculpt, wire and Popsicle-sticks to build her new legs. Use nuts and bolts to create movement in the joints. I found Delightful's Demon and Neek's videos very helpful. So go to her channel if you feel like you need more guidance. I was worried about the connections of the plastic and wood, so I ended up inserting the wood in and then drilling a hole and reinforcing it with wire and 2-part epoxy glue. I used the epoxy glue to secure the hooves as well. After seeing the legs all screwed together, I decided to shorten the shin part. Reconnected the parts with glue and paper. The next phase is to add bulk to her. I use hot glue and magic sculpt to do this. Don't worry about how messy things look right now, we are going to cover her in fur and flocking. You guys know that I don't like the sway back of Monster High dolls, but because we are giving her such a different shape on her bottom half, I don't think the sway is so distracting anymore. While I have the magic sculpt out, I might as well give her some horns. I was planning on giving her big and curvy horns, but changed it at the last minute. I think it was smart. She looks more young and cute with these baby horns. I use a pin to texture them. Now that the clay is all cured, I still give the doll a light sand, just to make the surface rough for the glue to grip onto. You want to sand more at the waist where the fur will stop. I also get rid of her stripes with the sandpaper. Because the head has been shrunken, I'm putting it back on at this stage, before it hardens too much. I saved her original ears when I was prepping her, so now I can just glue them back on with super glue. I give her body a solid coat of dark grey paint all over to uniform the color. It's good to paint it even if you are planning on covering it with fur later, just in case anything peeks through. I thought it might be smart to blush the body before I add the fur, so I did that with my soft pastels. I added some Pearl-X powder as well for an extra shimmer. I made a pattern for my fur pieces using tape and kitchen wrap. I cut those out and glued them in place. I used real sheepskin for the fur parts, but you can just as well use fake fur or flocking made out of yarn. It's all personal preference. I made some mistakes on the patterns for the thigh pieces, so keep that in mind if you choose to follow my journey. I swear to you there is a doll somewhere underneath all of that fur. So now we have to trim it back. No, this is not working. No, this is not working either. Scissors are the way to go. I was so nervous cutting into the fur, but you really do have to cut it back a lot, so that is what I did. I left the backside a little bit longer. I made some flocking to cover the lower legs with it, and also use it to hide some of the ugly seams. added some cute longer tufts of fur to her ankles. I used so much time making this first tail, and it just turned out way too big. So I made a new one just by gluing two pieces together and sandwiching the wire inside. I also trimmed it off camera. So for the clothing, I wanted to create a dress that was inspired by the fuchsia flower. I made these two patterns off camera, and now I need to cut 4 petal shapes with a seam allowance and 4 without. And I also need 2 pieces of the bustier part, one with seam allowance and one without. I also cut 4 pieces of interfacing for the petal shape and one for the bustier. And then I just iron them on. This fabric is prone to fraying, so I am sealing the edges with some matte medium. There is a small dart on the petals, so I secure them with some glue. The darts on the bustier gets sewn in place because it needs to be more rigid. The interfacing is quite ugly, so that's why we need a double of every piece to line them. For the petals, I want to be able to pose them, so I hide some wire inside of them while gluing the lining in place. Now it's just a matter of sewing the petals to the bustier part. The back petals only overlap with the bustier a little bit, but I added a ribbon to make the dress close all the way at the back. I made this ruffly petticoat to go underneath the dress, just like the fuchsia flower's petals. You can watch my love bug video if you wanna see how to make one. So this is strange. We are doing the face up and hair last. Feels kind of weird, to be honest. So we already blushed her face a bit while we were doing the body. So I move on to the eyes right away. I want her to have a very sweet and cute face, so I'm rounding out the outer corners. I want the face up to have a lot of purple, so I use a purple pen to draw on the eyes. White eyebrows will match with the white details on her fur. A little bit of pink to the waterline and tear duct. I love giving my dolls eye wrinkles, and this doll is no exception. It just adds this nice level of detail. I want the lips to be subtle, so just a hint of red pastel and some details with a brush. I paint in an adorable little nose for her. I want her eyes to be this wonderful seafoam minty blue color. So I start with a very light color and go from there. I use a dark purple for the eyelashes. It gives them this subtle, magical touch. I make her pupils quite big to emphasize her cute look. I add some sparkle to them with Pearl X powder and teal colored glitter. Highlights finish off the look. So now we can move on to her hair. So I made some wefts out of nylon hair. I used the colors Siren's Tears, Orchid and Raspberry Smoothie to make my pastel dream come true. The inspiration for this hair had a lot of different textures and details going on, so I'm adding yarn into the mix to give that variety. So I marked where the center of the head is and glued everything right at the line. After you have finished off all the edges, and the glue has had enough time to dry, you can gather it and start working on the other side. I also give the bangs a little trim. I'm leaving them a little bit too long for now because I want to curl them later. You can use any type of metal object to style nylon hair. I'm using this clip. For heat, you can use a straightener like I'm doing here. We need to flatten the part and style the bangs to lay flat. I felt like you guys were not seeing anything what I was doing, so I changed the camera angle for these shots. Hope it's better. To make the actual buns on the side of her head, I first put the hair in pigtails. And then it was just a lot of trial and error of wrapping the hair, cutting it to make it shorter so that there would not be too much of it. I used a crochet hook to weave the hair in on itself because any visible closure would look bad on this style. I wanted to use these adorable budgie feathers somewhere on her. These are really old feathers that I have kept for years. I collected them from my aunt's budgie cage when I was like 10. And my mom found them again and gave them to me. first I thought to put them on her braids, but decided against it because the hairstyle and the earring, we are looking too fantasy-esque, and the dress was very fairy tale-like. So to try and merge these styles more, I made her this little pouch bag out of leather, and I used the feathers to decorate it. The bag hangs from the dress's waistline with this loop. I added drawstrings for closure, and now she is done. Last minute off-camera add-on are these small purple flowers on her hair. This is the best birthday gift I have given myself, like, ever. I love everything about her. She is so beautiful. The only thing I might end up changing is the fur tufts on her ankles. I feel like I need to execute that part a little different. I have decided to call her Flora. I think it just suits her. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't yet done that, and tap the bell while you're at it. Like this video and leave a comment. I would love to know what you think of my pastel fawn Flora. Until next time, bye!